Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Houston Sports Talk back into the video. Into the Houston Astros have traded Forrest Whitley to the Tampa Bay Rays. Whitley was DFA'd a couple days ago. Now the Astros are trading the 6'7" pitcher who was drafted in the first round a couple years ago in 2016 for the Astros. And this should have been, an addition for the Astros where, everybody was very hopeful when he was drafted that this would be a guy that would become a stud for this team, and now he's 27 years old and has just not panned out. He's never even started a game. He was drafted to be a starting pitcher and has never started a game. He's come out of the bullpen in the last couple years. Has pitched 8 games, 10 2/3, giving up 10 earned runs with 13 strikeouts, but giving up 9 walks as well. And I think you look at last year in his 3 games, I think Forrest Whitley last year in 2024 looked really good. In 3 games, didn't give up any earned runs. He, in 3 1/3, gave up 5 hits with 5 strikeouts. For a guy making his major league debut, he did not look bad in 2024. But this year, it has been terrible. 12.27 ERA this year in 5 games. He's pitched a little bit over 7 innings at 7 1/3 and has given up 10 earned runs. So it's something that I think the Astros he couldn't have in your bullpen anymore. And he was responsible for a lot of the damage given up in that Rays series, where the Rays scored 29 runs in 2 games. The 2 games the Astros lost in that series. He gave up a lot of the earned runs he gave up were, in that, like, he gave up 7 earned runs in those 2 games. And then those 2 games that where the Rays crushed the Astros, they scored 29. He gave up 7 of them. So, but yeah. And then here's another thing I will note. This is crazy, and maybe the Astros should have tried to play him one. Maybe they should have given him one more chance in a game that wasn't against the Tampa Bay Rays, because it seemed like his kryptonite this year was the Tampa Bay Rays. Really, I mean, all of his earned runs this year that he gave up were against the Tampa Bay Rays, and he pitched in 5 games this year. 3 of them were against Tampa, and then there were a couple that weren't. He pitched a game against the Athletics where he pitched 2 innings with his strikeout. Only damage given up was 1 hit. He pitched a game against Toronto where he pitched 2 innings with 2 strikeouts, no damage done. I don't know. I'm not saying that this was a bad decision for the Astros to DFA and then trade Forrest Whitley, but it is kind of funny that you see the damage that he has never given up an earned run in his career outside of pitching against the Tampa Bay Rays, and that is in 7 1/3 is never getting up an earned run outside of the Tampa Bay Rays. So, yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. I still think this was probably the right decision for the Astros, but it definitely is a little concerning that there's not been a lot of damage given up by him when he is facing other teams outside of the Tampa Bay Rays. But yeah, but let me know your thoughts. Also, I will note he's really good friends with their starting pitcher Shane Baz. So that should be good for him to be back in Tampa. But for the Astros, he was hurting their bullpen. They made, I think, the right decision. But like I said, it definitely could be a little bit, you think to yourself, oh, well, he's done really well when he's not pitching against Tampa. And that's where he's going. It's a funny thing. If you're Tampa, do you maybe regret trading for him because now you can't face him anymore? I think if you're Tampa Bay, I think the only negative thing of this trade for them is you can't face Forrest Whitley anymore. So, but yeah, so let me know your thoughts on the trade in the comment section, and peace out.